Hello again, everyone. Today I have a couple of fountain pen inks to swatch for you. So these are both by Lennon Toolbar, which surprisingly has become one of my favorite ink companies. The inks are very well behaved, even permanent inks are very well behaved, and the colors are super pretty. So I got a couple of these, and I believe that I got these from Sugar Inks or Sugure. I'm not sure how to pronounce the company, but I will put a link down below. I've had really good luck with them. They have really fast shipping, and they have a really nice ink selection. They're more so an ink company, or they sell more inks than fountain pens, but they do have some fountain pens for sale as well. So these inks, I actually already took them out of the boxes. They're always very well sealed, so I end up tearing the bottom off. One of the issues is that there's a little bit of English in here, as in it says to turn love into ink. Wow, what a lovely, what a lovely sentiment. Well, I do really like the inks. So, but they don't have the English titles of the colors on the bottles. So what I've actually done is I have written onto some Tomoe River paper and put it onto the back. I just use Scotch tape to tape it to the back of the bottles so that I will know what they are when I have it in storage, because I have so many different ink bottles, it's really easy to lose track. And I've actually already put this one in a pen, and it's been lovely. This is Indigo Tegan, I think it's pronounced. And then this one is Atmospheric Firmament. And the Atmospheric line is all permanent inks, and I've really been liking them. I am using Atmospheric Cloudy Day for sketching, and it's been really great. It works with watercolor because it is permanent. This one is a little bit more of a green color than that one, and as the name would indicate, Indigo is more of a blue. So let's go ahead and get this ready here to swatch. So I have my swatch book that I use for all of my fountain pen ink swatches here. I will put a link down below to the video where I go through this setup. I always get asked what size the automatic pen is that I'm using, and it is a 3A. And the link to this is in the video that I've linked below. And then lately I've really been using this glass dip pen more than my my standard glass dip pen. I mean, this is a Moonman pen, but it's just made out of plastic, and I feel like I can knock it around a little bit more and not be worried about it breaking, etc. So I will put a link to this product as well, because it's not in the original video for this. But these are the tools that I'm going to be using for swatching, so let's go ahead and get this open. And I believe that this is just the next empty spaces here. As you can see, I did some Birmingham inks on these. These were lovely inks as well. Let's go ahead, and I have a little pot of water off to the side so that I can rinse these tools off in between the different colors. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so that you can get a pretty good view of those colors. I'm going to do the blue one first, the Indigo. Oh, I spelled indigo wrong. It should be Indigo with an I, not an E. I don't know. I've been getting a lot of migraines again lately. I don't know. It's springtime when I am filming this, and sometimes the changes in pressure make me have more headaches at this time of year, and allergies as well. But whenever I get migraines, I like lose all my sense of grammar. I don't know why. Today is not as bad as some other days have been, but I think I did have a pretty bad migraine when I was labeling that bottle. Or it could just be, you know, that I was spaced out and didn't spell it right. So this is an absolutely lovely color. This has actually been on my wish list for a while, this particular indigo color, because it is really pretty. And I'll tell you too, even though it's a really dark ink, it did not stain this automatic pen. So these inks have been really well behaved. They don't seem to be staining pens that I have them in, but yet they have really nice saturated colors. It's really beautiful. I highly recommend this whole line. And the Wen Shan Puchong Tea by Lennon Toolbar has become one of my all-time favorite inks, and I'm using it in a variety of pens, and it's been really nice in all of them. Okay, so this is Lennon Toolbar, and then this is, let's spell it right this time, if I can, Indigo. My goodness. Tegan. Okay, that is lovely. And again, it's not really staining the glass dip pen, so I would say that this is probably a less staining ink, even though it's super dark, which is very nice, which also means it could be well lubricated, because lubricated inks will not stick too much to pens and devices. So lovely, lovely, lovely. And it's a very dark blue, but it does have a little bit of a tealish tinge to it. And then we have this atmospheric Firmament, which is a really lovely green. Okay, and this one I haven't seen at all in action, so let's see what that looks like. Don't want to get too much on there because I don't want to totally saturate the page. Oh my goodness, that is lovely. It's almost like a deep forest green. Very pretty. Yeah, I think Lennon Toolbar is officially my favorite ink company currently, because they have really, really lovely colors and are very well behaved. Unfortunately, they are a little pricey. They're around $20 a bottle, so that's why I don't have a whole lot of them. But they are beautiful. And this one should be permanent, like I was saying. Ooh, and it seems very wet. Lennon Toolbar. And what is this one called again? Atmospheric Firmament. Yeah, I would say of the two, this one's probably a little drier and this one's probably a little wetter as far as the flow is concerned. But both don't seem to be staining any of the tools, which is very nice. But that is beautiful. They both have a little bit of shading. I would say the Firmament has a little bit more shading than the Indigo, but they're lovely. The Indigo even has a tiny bit of sheen that you can now see that it's dried. Now that it's dried, beautiful. These tend to be pretty, all the Lennon Toolbar inks that I have tend to be fairly matte looking when they dry. Although so do the Birmingham inks, although they're even more matte looking. But yeah, these are really no different. They look fairly matte when they are dry. But those are just two lovely, lovely inks. I wanted to share those with you so that you could see them. I only have two of them because, you know, I'm trying not to buy a ton of ink. I have a ton of ink already. I mean, this whole book is, you know, bottles of ink, and some bottles I have decided that I'm just not going to use anymore because either the brand is not that great, or I have some issues with flow or whatever, although I have been starting to use the, and I'll show it to you, the White Lightning ink additive. These inks, you would not need it at all. These are fantastic inks and they flow as far as I've used them in every pen that I put this brand of ink in. So you don't need to use it for these, but some of the more difficult inks that I've had that have flow issues, I have been using this and it's been working really well actually. But you need so little. I think if anything, I'm erring on the side of including more, and then the ink tends to get a little diluted, so it's not as saturated. But I'll put a link down to this below. This is from Van Ness pens, and I think it used to be the formula used to belong to some other company, and now Van Ness is the one that sells it. And it's, as far as I know, it's the only company that has something like this. I've also heard that you can use liquid dish soap in very, very small quantities, obviously, to add to your ink, and it would have the same properties, but this is specifically for fountain pens, obviously. Well, that was just sort of an add-on that I wanted to show you, but like I said, these inks are not going to need it because they're beautiful as is. And I think that's all I had for you today. So feel free to subscribe to keep track of future videos on my channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll answer them when I can. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.